Hello ladies and gents, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the new review. Behind us is the new Tivoli from KGM. Now in this video we're going to check it out, exterior interior details, digital cockpit, infotainment. So without further ado, let's just jump into the review. Here's a beautiful Tivoli. Now this model really is something new in the market, and I gotta say, before we start, I didn't really like it at first. I do like the front and the sides, but the back end kind of needs to sit in you taste-wise. But I've tested it so far, and it's all around a great car. You're gonna see that in this review. Now, just to explain why there's no badge of the car brand. So KGM, or in the past it was KGM Songyang, South Korean brand. They've decided to put a model name, so Tivoli. You can see it on front and rear. Before we dive into the car, let me show you the key fob. So here you can see the key fob with the badge. In car, you will see on the steering wheel the badge, and you can see them on the wheel caps. But that's that. On the back, we have this chrome buttons: lock, unlock, panic button, and physical key, grasshopper style opening, and you here have a little keychain. Now let's unlock the car. You can see only the lights come on, no daytime running lights. When you turn on the car, they come on. So we're gonna show you the lights at the end of the video. Now let's come a little bit closer and check out all the details of this car. So we have this kind of metallic, almost like a beige color. Let's come a little bit closer, and we have nice strikes on the hood. We have daytime running lights on the top here, they're cold lights. Then we have you can see here, turn signals. We have a lens and a reflector for the long beam. These are halogen worm lights. Of course, you can retrofit this one if you want to have matching cold lights with the daytime running lights. And we have these fog lights that are also cold lights. They also sometimes turn on with daytime running lights, depending on the light, if you keep it on automatic setting. Now just a close-up on the color, you can see that. And here at the fog lights we have this piano black details, and then here on the grille surrounding, you can see here all around we have this gray finish with this red accent. Now on the side here we have unpainted black stretching through the arches and the side skirt going to the rear. We can see the big air intake at the bottom and a little bit on the top. And here we have in the same gray color Tivoli signature, and on the front we have here this black and red accents. Now it's a stylish car. On the front I really like it. It's a little bit unusual when you see it for the first time, but prejudices aside, if you're not really fan of the design at first, the car, as far as I've tested it, is really a surprisingly great car all around. You're gonna see in this video, really great car. Now we have 16-inch alloys, and before we get to them, you can see this chrome stretching from the front to the windows at the bottom, so for a little elegancy. Now let's check those alloys. Now the car usually comes from factory with summer tires. These are refitted because it's winter to Hankook. These are icept, so it's a good tire. Now here we can see the classical silver alloys. You can see the badge here, and if I can find the tire dimension is it's a little bit dirty, 205 65 R16. That's the tire dimension. Now here you can see the side mirrors with turn signals, also bulbs. No auto dimming, no blind spot. Now you can notice that the A-pillar is in black, and here you can see Songyang signature and the VIN number. Now you can see the dash. There's a speaker in the middle. Now on the top we have the lane assist camera and rain sensor, and look at this. This is tinted on the top. That's like cars in the past. Now this is very rare, but it's a good thing. Comes in handy when sun is shining towards you. Now double front laminated windshield, better acoustics, better soundproof, and better audio, so for listening music. Now here's the profile of the car. Looks quite nice. Driver's side has a physical cylinder. Now there's no keyless entry because you have physical key. You can unlock the car by remote. No tinted windows on the back. That's something I would wish on every car, but you can do that afterwards. You can see here also gray metallic roof racks, classical antenna. Spoiler is like really discreet. There's not much of it. This one's locked. You have to unlock it from the inside. View at the rear tire. Now let's back up. So the back end is the one that didn't really sit on me from the first. Kind of reminds me of Nissan Juke a little bit, with this kind of rear top, and a little bit with this headlights, one of the Lancia models. Just talking here design mix feelings I'm having, but it's actually quite nice when you get used to it. Now on the bottom here we have a unpainted black, and then this gray finish. You have the cat eyes. The left here is the fog light, and here you have that honeycomb little close-up pattern in the middle. We have also parking sensors on the rear, and these are LED and then bulbs. You can see that. You can see the Tivoli signature, washer nozzle for the rear wiper. We have warm license plate lights and backing camera. Now this one tends to get a little bit dirty, so it doesn't hurt if you clean it here and there. Good resolution on the backing camera. Now let's open it up. Okay, so the car has locked the rear. If you don't get into it or open it, you have to unlock it again and then press to open. Okay, I'm gonna back up here so you can see the whole car in the frame. I'm a 2-meter tall person, or 6.6 in feet, so height comparison. Opens nice and tall. Now on the top you can see here halogen lights. Of course you can retrofit those, just don't buy the most brightest LEDs if you want to have cold lights. You can see the button there. Now here you can manually close this. On the top it's plain, but there is an opening here if you need to unlock it from the inside. Now you have this little cover, you can see that. So you have to pull, raise, and then it retracts. Now we have a spacious cargo space, 423 liters of cargo space. When you knock down the seats, 1,115. So that's a very spacious compact SUV. Good interior space. Now if I remove my backpack, you can see a little bit better the interior space. Now some of you will notice, look at this, there's a room for a false floor, but it's an option, and unfortunately someone didn't spec it on this car. I wish they did. But to put this into perspective, there's 5 fingers of height here, and then another 4 fingers of height, so 9 fingers of height to the false floor. Times 2, you get the centimeters. Now below here you get this patching kit, so that is that. These can be taken out. They're a little stiff. You can see how that works. So you here can store this one. If you take it off, you actually have to pull this one. You can see, you can move it, but that is that. Now checking the right side, we have a full outlet, and here you have these straps, so you can put maybe first aid or something similar. And on the left we have a grocery hook and a warm light. Now this one, you can move it like that, and then let me show you. At first I thought the seats cannot recline because see, you can push it, but when you unlock it, then you push it down, and then you can recline the seats. You can see that how it looks. Seats knocked down 60-40. Now you can also knock this one down, so you can see how that looks. Let me close it up. Now to show you the back. So car looks nice. Good opening and closing sound. Now we have good seals, good soundproof in the car. You can push here to disable opening from the inside if you have kids. Now let me just show you the back here. Now if you had the false floor, this would be flush here, but you can see the interior cargo space from the rear. Now you gotta watch for the seatbelt. There is a seatbelt holder here, but let's see if it actually gets in the way. Okay, and then if you want to recline, you gotta raise that one up and then recline it. You can see that. Now just to finish on the doors, materials, hard plastic, but this one's softly padded. But look at this, look at the finish here. It looks like leather. It's a high quality mold and it really looks good. The whole door looks great. Then here you have this artificial leather or some sort of plastic material that looks like leather and feels like leather, but it's not. But it has this carbon fiber imitation. This is leather. This is slightly padded but hard. You have a rubber mat here, so they weren't saving. You have powered windows, but they're not fully automatic. They're only the driver one is. You have a speaker here, and these are nice big handles. You also have nice pockets here, so all looking actually quite premium, even for hard plastic. Now here, let's check here. You have really nice carpets, and textile seats are, you can see here, gray, a little bit light gray, really comfortable. These sponges are nice and stiff, but soft on the top, so great comfort. You can see the top. We have a gray roof liner, and let's jump inside. You can see here warm lights in the interior. Now let's hop inside. Also, rear of the front seat, we have these straps, and I was sitting in the front, so I am a little bit space limited for my knees. Now this seat is a little bit more forward. You can see in that case I would have more knee room, and feet room is great. So that's all good. Now here we have this all plain, so no air vents or USBs. Transmission tunnel is not too tall, a little bit wider, but you can squeeze a third person. Now here this is, again, soft enough, but more dense inside. No armrest. Look at the rear. And we have 3 handles slowly closing besides the driver's side, and on the rear you have these hooks. You can see this one, and there are no hooks on the B pillar, but you can adjust the seatbelt height. Now let's hear the closing sound. Good closing sound and good soundproof. Now checking the front. I'm gonna come to the front in a moment, just soak in the interior. And headspace. Well, I'm a 2 meter tall person. Once again, I cannot straighten up my neck here, but if you're like 180, 185 perhaps, you'll be touching the top, but you will be fine. So if you're not that tall, you will be okay. For an average person, it's fine. Let's open this up. Now, by the way, the doors open nice and wide, so it's easy to put a child seat. There's Isofix underneath there. Now, front doors are slightly heavier, even better closing sound. They also open nice and wide. We have here on the front doors a reflector, and same materials as on the back. We have a speaker here. For this one you can see a little bit. There's another one there. And then here, piano black, not my favorite, but that's the only piano black in this doors. Now you can see here the driver window is only fully automatic. Unfortunately, I wish they were all fully automatic. You can lock, unlock here, disable the rear, fold the mirrors, and adjust them. They're powered. Also big pockets. Now here there's no tire pressure, so maybe on the other side. And here you can see this plastic step, so that's protecting your step here so not to scrape that. You can see the manual rubber pedals. Now the seat here is manual, push up to slide back and forward, up and down for the seat, and here you can push this up to tilt. Now someone has placed a fire extinguisher here. That's one place you can maybe hold it. Now this is a fuse box, and on the top here we have the brightness for the illumination of the digital cockpit. We have the traction off, downhill assist, and height adjustment for the headlights. And here steering column is manual. Now looking at the seats, again, very nice and comfy seats. I like the design, it's looking very nice. And that's that. Let's hop inside. Oh wait, almost forgot, but I remembered, that's the fuel unlock, so it opens up. Here you can see, and that, so when you take this one out you can hang it there. By the way, this is made of plastic, it's not metal. Now let's hop inside. Okay, I didn't close it properly, a little bit more force. Okay, good closing sound. Now let's switch to wide lens. And there will be point of view driving with no talking, and of course I will do separate night review and separate night point of view driving, where I'm going to sum all of my impressions on the road. Now let's check out the steering wheel. As I've mentioned, we have here a badge. Now it's a 3-spoke steering wheel, and some might add that this is a 4-spoke, but we're going to count this as 1 spoke. Now on the top here we have nice smooth leather, and I would say this might be a real leather, but I can't tell now these days. The artificial leather looks like the real one, but it feels nice. It's perforated here on the sides. Here you have this kind of hump, it's profile for your palm here, and it's a flat bottom. Again, no piano black, so we have this nice metallic gray finish. This is the volume. You can press this one to mute, drop phone calls. This is, I believe, for the radio. There's voice commands, although they do not work here in Croatia. This one's the lane keeping assist, and this one's the cruise control, and these are for the trip computer I'm going to show you. Now here you have the light control, fog lights, front and rear, wiper, front and rear. I showed you those. Now here you can see the air vent close open. It's a nice design. There's an air vent blowing to the side, and hard plastic, but look at this, the mold is really nice, and the finish on the speaker, despite being plastic, is quite nice as well. Now you can see here the air vents are on the top. Now most car designers or manufacturers put the screen on the top so your eyes are closer to the road, but this one's more like a classical design. Below here there are AC touch buttons. We're going to see that one when we open that up. You have a nice knob here, and there's an SD card here, I believe for the TomTom navigation. Now we have a physical key cylinder. You can put it in there. It's also illuminated at night, and again here gray finish, looking nice. Slowly opening, but a very spacious glove compartment with warm light. On the bottom here we have let me come a little bit closer. We have the driving modes. We have the auto start stop off, USB A, and here you have a 12-volt outlet. This is rubberized, and we have a cigarette lighter, but maybe it's not a 12-volt outlet. That's the reason why this one is. This one does not act as a second one, and here's a blank. Now I can see I can open this, and I'm really interested to see what's in here, if I don't break my fingernail. Okay, so this is just a plastic cover, so it might be maybe an axis if you need to like take this apart for the service. Now here's the manual. You have a nice round knob. First gear up, so up is the reverse. The gears are nice, they sit in nice, it's not too long travel, so the manual is very nice. It is designed by plastic, but very great feeling and robust, and this is made by definitely vegan leather now, or man-made. We have a plastic but manual handbrake. Two cup holders, also plastic, either not adjustable, but at least you have them. The armrest here is very stiff. You can see I can barely push my finger in. You have to press here to raise it up. It doesn't have levels, or it does not extend, but you have spacious room here. There's a carpet on the bottom, and here you have room, so if you close it, you can put some cables through, or just throw something inside as well. Seats, again, very comfy, no isofix on the front, but nice and good seats. Now, to show you the headspace, plenty of headroom on the front. Now, on the top here, we have a good overview in the rear. You can see a little bit further because the rear window is a bit narrow, but height-wise, but it's fine. Now, I was driving at night. I did not notice if this is auto-dimming, how to turn it on. Definitely, these side mirrors do not have auto-dimming. This is good. This is transparent, so you can see traffic lights. This is not a huge blind spot. There's plastic here, and I like that. You can press here, put your sunglasses or driving glasses. This is nice spongy material. If this is like this, then the lights won't come on when the doors are open. If you press it in, they will. You can turn these on, and here you can see that one. You can put maybe here a, I don't know, parking card. You have a beauty mirror, and this does not extend, so this area is not fully covered, but it is what it is. Now, I've already placed the key inside here. You can see that. Now, let's turn on the electronics. Now, it's gonna beep for the seatbelt. Since I left it in the reverse, you can see the camera resolution is quite good. When you turn the steering wheel, these do not change, so that's just to show you how far are you from something. I'm gonna take it out into neutral. Now, you can have clock here when you press this power to turn it off. You can turn it on, but we're gonna first focus on the digital cockpit. Now, it's a really good digital cockpit, and you're gonna see some similarity here from some other brands, but it's very rich. It looks actually really great. Now, if you press this one, you can cycle through these on the top. So type in the comments, what does this remind you of? Now, this one's the navigation. It takes a moment to switch to it. We're going to run through this menu, but just to show you here. So this is your fuel consumption. Now, you have to use this one to go down. There's no up. So you have to cycle through the list and then OK for the menu. But that's for the gear selector when you have all those car settings. So press here. You can see your time from auto start stop. You can see the tire pressure. You can see here the distance, A or B. And here you can see drive time and how many liters have you spent. And on this one you can see your fuel consumption. Now, I did a consumption test last night, and driving between in normal driving mode, because there's a sport mode, between 60 and 80. My average was 60. I've got my lowest to 5.7 liters. That's gentle driving, anticipating when to brake or let go, and gentle driving, so simulating open road. In city, it's much higher. Now, this one, you can press the button below here again. So this was like a sport gauge in the middle, but it's kind of empty on the side. But then when you press this one looks even cooler. You can have that one. On this one, you have the lane, so you can't change anything, but it shows you the lanes on the side green when the lane assist is engaged. Here you can see radio stations, navigation. Here you can press again the bottom button to change to this gauge. Now on the sides here, if you haven't guessed it, it looks like Peugeot. At least they had that in past. This one's a little bit loading. You have here time, you have compass, and here you have navigation in the middle between the gauges. Press this one. You have driving assist. Now if you press OK, you get inside. Now I said there's no radar. It obviously uses a camera, but it's just going to give you a warning if you're about to hit someone. Now here you can see you can change the units, and you have a tire pressure. Now if you press this one, it returns you to the main menu, so that's that. Display settings, there's like day and night automatic switch. Vehicle settings, door, tailgate. So this is just a timer for lock, unlock, and there's also a timer for lights for coming and leaving home. There's also convenience. So again, vehicle settings, convenience. That's that. And you can reset all the settings. So that's that. I like this one, classical or the map. Now to come to the main screen here, if you press here, you can turn it on. This is your home screen. Now you can see the radio, you can see the maps. If you press on the maps, you can see the full display. But let me give you a hint here. Does it look familiar? It does, because this one is the TomTom navigation, and it's the one Stellantis Group uses as well. Now you can come here to the home, you can press navigation to go to the full screen. If you go here for the mode, then you can see here radio, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Bluetooth. And there's this icon, just rearranges those. There's a gear icon here. Now here you have this menu for the radio. You can choose all of these. Sound options are here, so equalizer, volume. There's bookmarks. I don't know what's it for, but it's there. Cluster settings. You can see all of that. Vehicle sync. Actually, I was there. Language. There's a lot of languages. System. Now you can update it for USB in the service. Display options here, you need to put this one to vehicle sync, both displays, or you can use the buttons on the side and sync navigation, so the navigation switches to day and night theme. Here you have the clock. You can put it to 24-hour or 12-hour. Depends on what you're used to. There are options to make a profile. There is this setup for the navigation, but I'm not going to run through that. I've covered this in many other cars. And there's an option to connect the Bluetooth here. Now for Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, you need to use a USB. On the bottom here, we have AC controls. Now you can see when you press here, it pops the menu. I'm sure there is somewhere an option for the AC when you're home. I think I saw it somewhere in one of the menus, but you have it down here. I haven't turned on the hazards. You can see those, or the hazards. Now when you press this one, it goes amber, and here you can change the temperature. So that's that. We have automatic AC, and we have a you can turn it off. Here we have the sync, so you can sync to dual zone for the driver and the front passenger. If you press this one, you can only see sport on the bottom left, and otherwise there's a menu when you're driving here in the middle. And that's that. This is a very simple navigation. So I'm gonna cut in the Apple CarPlay with a USB, so I'll have to unplug my external mic. So once you plug in the cable, it does charge your phone, and it automatically switches to Apple CarPlay, so it works actually quite nice. It's not lagging when I'm recording. Some Apple CarPlay infotainments do that, but you can see here this all works nice. You have a nice screen. Resolution is also decent, and you can press here to go back to the main menu. So you can see here, this is the menu that popped and then automatically went into Apple CarPlay. So when you're here, you can see it here at the bottom as well. So we have a nice shortcut to quickly go into the Apple CarPlay. Now cutting in some music because I realized I didn't play any, so now great sound system despite this is not a branded speaker system. We do have 1, 2, 3, that's 6 and 7 speakers, so 2 in the front doors, 1 in the rear and 1 on top of the dash, but the sound system is really good. Yeah, but you know the drill, I can't play for too long. Okay, so that's that. Now before we wrap it up, I just want to turn on the engine. Now the engine is not too loud, and inside there's not too many vibrations coming in, so even for the stick, and it is really good soundproof in the car generally. Now let me lower the window and show you the engine sound. So it's not too loud, I just wanted to point that out. Now I have said I'm going to show you the lights, but look at this. If I turn this one from automatic to lights on, it switches to dark theme. You can see the navigation as well. Now the lights are on. I'm going to turn on the hazards for you, show you everything on. The fogs are on. Let me just see if, okay, fogs are off now. So just a view at the rear. You can see the turn signals, you can see the LED lights. Unfortunately, they do not extend to the top here, as the design suggests. And here you can see the daytime running lights are flashing on the camera only. And you can see the halogen. Now let me just switch these off. And I'm going to put the daytime running lights. I'm going to turn on the front and rear fogs, just to demonstrate those as well. So on the rear, this is how it looks. You also have the left fog light, and on the front, now only daytime running lights and fog lights. So the fog lights are cold, so I would definitely retrofit the main light to a cold light. You have a better beam at night, it's better visible, and maybe then switch the license plate as well. But it's very dangerous to drive like this at night, so keep your lights on automatic. On automatic setting, don't worry, the screen will automatically, when it's night, go to a dark theme. Okay guys, cutting in, I'm gonna pop the front bonnet because I completely forgot. You'll have to forgive me. So, and to open, you need to, let me see, push up. So you can see the mechanism here, up. And here's the 1.5 liter t-dgi. It's a 4-cylinder, again, turbocharged petrol, 163 horsepower. Your washer fluid is right there. So that's that. So that was the Tivoli detailed review. Tell me in the comment section below, how do you like the new Tivoli, and give this video a like. Type your comment section below. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. And if you like this content, if you find this informative, do subscribe, it's completely free, and click the bell to get notified when I upload more videos. Thank you for watching, see you in the next one, bye.